Welcome to episode 10 of the White Devils podcast featuring me, your host, Rob Ville. About to bring my other host in here. Good evening, Rich.
Gang.
What's good with you today?
Happy Turkey Day, you obese fucks. And happy Thanksgiving to you too, Rob Villain.
Well, thank you. Same to you, sir. It's funny. There's like, I got like 4 text messages today, like saying Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm just like, where are you guys at? Like, can we not rush into all this? Like, there's already people all down my block with all their fucking Christmas lights up.
Bro, doing the Christmas before Thanksgiving ain't riding for me, man. Like, motherfuckers got to calm down and wait their turn.
Yeah, and everybody's excuse for it is because of the pandemic. Just let them do what they want to do. Like, let me eat some fucking turkey first, bro.
Like, I love Christmas. You know what I'm saying? But like, you get a month, bro. Don't be stealing other months.
A whole month.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man,
yeah. A whole 12 days of Christmas song. What the fuck?
Hey, you know what's even funnier though is that fucking. I don't know what you're doing, but I skipped right over Black Wednesday. My old ass is going to be in bed. I ain't seeing no bar, no action, no nothing.
I've had a lot of, 4. I've had 4, 3 phone calls and 1 message today asking me if I was going to have any Black Friday specials.
On what? On videos?
on snacks.
Oh. Oh, well, yeah. What's Bobby on for the holidays?
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't think of it. I was like, maybe I might come up with something. We'll see how I work in the kitchen tonight. Everything I was supposed to do last night didn't work out the way it was supposed to work out.
Yeah.
But we're back this week. This week's the title of this week's show is "We Have a Winner," because after 3 weeks of tallying and recounting votes in Nevada and Georgia and Pennsylvania.
Recounting in Georgia. Can I get another recount, Master?
They did a machine. They did the original machine vote. Then they did a hand recount. Then another machine recount.
Now, let me tell you what worries me just a little bit. Like, at what point, if they keep asking for recounts, like, at what point are they going to try to fix the shit? Like, they better be on top of that, bro. Watch these, like, shady-ass machines just show up out of nowhere and flip the whole vote. I'm like,
but all the machines are owned by the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah, George Soros bought them.
Yeah, because the
Bitcoin.
There's a side company called Dominion Enterprises or something like that the Clinton Foundation works with, and that's the exact same name as the company that makes and owns the voting machines. Even though it's Dominion Enterprises, I believe, for the Clintons, and Dominion Technologies or some shit like that for the machines. Two totally different fucking companies that have nothing to do with each other.
But is a conspiracy really a conspiracy if the Clinton Foundation isn't involved? It's not like the benchmark for conspiracies. Like, if the Clintons ain't fucking with your shit, you ain't really conspiring on nothing.
There's no conspiracy.
No, you got to bring the Clintons to the table, bro.
It's all in your head. Move. Yeah, it's all in your head. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton looks like he's dying.
So, yeah, he's old and waned out, bro.
Yeah, he's lost. He's really skinny. Like, Jimmy Carter looks better than Bill Clinton, and Jimmy Carter's like 97 years old.
You know who he reminds me of, Bill Clinton? Now, like, you ever seen like any footage, or even like the movie Capone, with Capone after he got out of what was that prison in fucking on the Bay in San Francisco, Alcatraz?
Yeah.
When they released him, like, did you?
Are you talking about the Capone movie that just came out?
Well, that was of that era of his life, yes. But I mean, even actual like pictures or accounts of that part of his life.
You know who he looks like? Excuse me, a little bit. Looks like Mr. Burns a little bit.
Yeah,
with a full head of hair.
Well, the reason that it reminded me of it is because Al Capone died of syphilis. Yeah. And I think Slick Willie might have caught something to the fucking to the lower dome piece.
He might have caught.
But he might be living with something, man. I don't know. Not to spread no rumors about Bill. I love you, Bill.
Grandpa Joe Biden is now officially the president-elect. Everything.
The 80 million vote man.
80 million vote man. He has been. The GSA has granted their transition to start. The funding has been released. He is now receiving the morning briefings that the president gets for all the national security shit, the pandemic shit, and what have you. And Biden's transition team is is hitting the ground running with the pandemic shit. They're trying to get everything set up so right after inauguration, the stimulus is sent out. And they'll be unveiling more and more shit, they said, as the closer we get to January 20th.
I do like that Joe said. I heard an interview the other day. He said that they shouldn't wait for him to do the stimulus.
No, they shouldn't.
You know, and I thought that was a responsible thing to say. I mean, clearly, I mean, he can't make Donald Trump do anything. So, you know, he's working it for when it's his turn. I'm cool with that. But I like that he's, you know, going beyond just playing it for
But
political points.
really, if you from the surface, it's looking like Trump has all but stopped working.
Yeah.
He's not presiding over the country like a president does. He's basically just floating through. He has done 2 pardons this week. He did the White House turkey pardon. And then he went ahead this morning. He pardoned Michael Flynn for lying twice to the FBI.
I heard this on Sirius XM the other day. It was interesting. I thought Donald Trump averaged through 2020 averaged 50 minutes of TV time a day. Since losing the election till yesterday, because today he kind of popped out a little, and I heard this yesterday, so today was not included. In fairness, he had been seeing a total of 48 minutes since losing the election, and that was like over almost 3 weeks. Like he totally went into a hidey hole.
Okay, yeah, he's down in the bunker,
inspecting it.
As coronavirus is ravaging the country, he's just chilling. I mean, everybody has their own outlook on corona, on COVID. You know, some people are down with the shits. They're willing to wear the mask. They're willing to social distance. They're willing to quarantine as much as possible. And then there's the other side that's like, fuck it, I don't care. If it happens, it happens. I still try to stay diligent in my wearing my mask and shit like that. It's weird because out here, most players don't care, and we're doing worse now than what we did in June and July. Indiana's crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean it's wild, pretty much all over, bro. Like we were just talking off air. Over 2,000 people died each of the last 2 days. I remember when they were talking about the 1,000 death a day plan, and we thought that was like the bottom, and now we're doubling, and they're talking about maybe even 3,000 or 4,000, because all these deaths. This doctor was breaking it down earlier. All these deaths are from people that got sick 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, now the infection rate's like 60% higher. So 2 or 3 weeks from now, you could, that math would bear out that we're going to be losing like 60% more people than we are already.
I know a nurse. That lives in Billings, Montana, and they're at capacity. They have people just dying in the hallways. The rooms are at capacity. The ICU's at capacity. They do not have ventilators like they were promised from the government. Trump got on TV. A week before the election, said, yeah, we got ventilators. We've been waiting to send them out to people. Blah blah this, blah blah that. And Montana, North COVID and South COVID.
North COVID and South.
For those of you who do not tune in last week, North COVID and South COVID is North Dakota and South Dakota. South Dakota is fucking busting at the seams.
I don't understand, bro. I don't understand none of this. Like,
and their governor was one of the governors that was like, we don't need masks or none of that. Let's just go.
It's so simple. You put a mask on.
Like that. The numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, the numbers don't. Like, if you don't believe in the mask thing or whatever, it's proven to help. So put on the fucking mask.
I mean, it seems so simple.
I think the people that don't like wearing these masks are the people that rather go out and buy like the PS5 or buy some new shit and got those rotting teeth in the back of their mouth and they can't handle the stench of their own fucking breath. So they're like, I'm not wearing a mask.
Well, it goes back to the same type of shit we've been talking about a lot recently. And it's where you get your information from. It's become very politicized. So if you fall on that side of the political aisle, then you're that's a hill I guess you're trying to die on, bro. I was listening to more people try to break down the psychology of the Trump voter, the Trump supporter today. Like they're still trying to unravel it. And this has all become part of that because Trump wasn't barely wearing masks. Trump was acting like it wasn't a big deal. Trump was telling you to free your state. You know what I'm saying? And so they're riding with him, and this has just become another arm of that, the masks and believing in COVID. But these numbers are real, man, and people are fucking sick. You know, I'm glad you actually brought up nurses. I got a friend. I've been real close with their family for a long time, and she's a nurse at Silver Cross Hospital over here in New Lenox, and she's been working the whole time, bro, working all through it, fucking out there front line doing all the courageous shit, you know. And she finally caught COVID. She's not severe, but she's fucked up. Definitely couldn't go to work. They're not paying her COVID pay.
Whoa.
And not only are they not paying her any COVID pay, they're reducing the whole hospital's wages $1 an hour the first of the year because of losses they took this year.
Ooh, that's
bro. Anybody like I know we've spent in the 10 episodes we've done, we spent a lot of time talking about Trump. You know,
that's yep. That
right. But
Trump tears are quick to do that shit.
When we finally put, go ahead, bro.
You know that's how they do. You know, they're just so quick to say something about Hillary, but now that we're a whole election cycle through, we gotta stop that shit.
Yeah, dude, I could turn on Fox News right now, and I'll bet you 2.6 stars, Millhouse. That's what it is on Google. But yeah, they love to. I don't know. I want to get back on healthcare for a second here, bro, because this shit's really got me razzed up. And actually, Greg, it's his cousin I'm talking about, so he probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, the hospital is kind of trash, but some of this is very systematic. And like I said, we talk about Trump a lot on here, but eventually Trump's going to go to bed and some of these issues are going to remain. And two things you're going to find I have no stomach for is when profit is prioritized overall for healthcare and for incarceration. I will fight those fucking battles till I die. I think it's disgusting that the bottom line gets put over people's health. I don't give a fuck if that makes me a socialist or whatever you want to call it. And I fucking think it's the lowest of the low people that profit off of incarcerating citizens. But that's another story for another time. Yeah. Let's stick to the healthcare, bro. There's a lot. Silver Cross isn't the only place doing this shit. I saw all through the pandemic. We're in a pandemic and they're laying people off. They're cutting back hours. UIC gives COVID pay. If you're a nurse listening to this right now, go apply at UIC. At least they'll hook you up with some COVID pay. But and not even just in Illinois, but I'm talking especially in some of these southern states that don't have the kind of money Illinois has.
They're still having trouble procuring PPE materials.
Yeah. Bro,
I thought Trump kicked all the manufacturing into overdrive in May to handle all that shit.
He didn't. He never used the what do they call it? The Defense Industry Act.
Yeah.
He could have forced these companies to start making the shit. He didn't do it. He left it up to the free market, and they didn't really come through in time, bro. It was kind of a clumsy move. Not real. I don't know if it was really on Trump so much.
That's why they're trying to charge you fucking $14.99 for 10 fucking disposable masks.
I will say, and this might stun some people that are listening right now, but I'm about to give Donald Trump a little bit of credit, just a little bit. I like the deal he made with Kodak to resurrect their company and turn them into a medicine manufacturing company. I thought that was like they loaned him $750 million, big dough. But you know what? You're out there being aggressive. You're picking a fucking Kodak was dead in the water, bro. You're picking them up off of their knees.
Type of Kodak stock made a shitload of fucking money.
Probably. But you know what? They get a chance to do some good. So as long as they do some good and don't end up like Purdue, who just got fucking took for $2 billion, and I think their executives are about to get indicted for fucking what they did with opiates. As long as they don't do that type of shit,
they
they'll be
also
all
have
right.
to sell off their patents.
Yeah, they're in big. Purdue's pharma is in big trouble right now.
They have to sell off their patents, and they're no longer going to be producing OxyContin.
Fucking scumbags, bro. That's, you know what? That's the third leg of scumbaggery.
At the same time, there's a company. What was the name of the company? I got to look it up. There's a company that is making a super Vicodin. It's like fucking 30 times stronger than a fucking Vicodin ES.
Motherfuckers can make whatever they want to make. I ain't putting that shit in my body. They can suck my ass. They could suck a fucking Oxycontin out of my fucking bunghole, bro. Is what they could fucking do.
There's people that will do that.
Yeah, there's plenty out there. I know. Unfortunately. And then that's a whole nother discussion if you want to talk about drug addiction in this country, which is something we should probably get into one of these days. But I feel like we might need some prep for that, not the freestyle edition.
No, it's a very politicized thing. So
yeah. For anybody that doesn't know, we are completely freestyling this episode. We've done no prep. I've been virtually on my deathbed. I should probably be at Silver Cross right now with Greg's cousin fucking tending to me. That if it was up to some of my doctors, I would be. But we're muscling through, man, because we do it for the people all the time. Yeah. I might do it remote. I might do it in pain, but God damn it, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, and as the show progresses on, we'll be changing things here and there because there was so much information in across the first 8 episodes just because of when we started the show. You know, we started the show a couple weeks out of the election day, so right in the midst of the election, so there's so much going on.
Well, and let's be real about it, bro. Like, it's fucking Trump. Trump makes everything about Trump, and the whole country has all been about Trump. Whether you love him or you hate him, it's Trump, Trump, Trump. And we have to get past that. That's why I'd like to see him concede and chill the fuck out. But apparently he's going to drag this out all the way through January 20th before we can get back to any kind of regular order. But it's coming, though. And when it comes, then we can finally pivot off of fucking Trump and onto all these issues that are actually plaguing the nation that we could do some work on.
With the announcement yesterday of the transitioning actually starting and Trump going along with it, and the announcement of Biden receiving the daily briefings every morning, the Dow shot the fuck up.
30 grand. And did you see Trump take credit for that today?
Yeah. On Twitter.
Hey, and Pennsylvania and Michigan certified. Very important. Very dicey in Michigan. Trump, we didn't really even talk about Trump had all the Michigan lawmakers, the White House. Dude, they said that they got seen later that night at Trump Tower drinking Dom Perignon. Like, they pulled out the full wine and dine for these motherfuckers, bro, to try to get them to flip.
Well, like we were talking, like we were talking in the group chat, and for everybody watching, Eddie may or may not pop in tonight. He's stuck with work.
He broke Europe.
Yeah, they broke Europe. We're trying to fix it right now. But like we were talking, one of the meme, not the meme. I guess it wasn't a meme. It was just a news clipping of basically last week. He personally called two Republican canvassers in the fucking and then afterwards they were trying to rescind their vote.
So they popped out with affidavits. Get the fuck out of here. You can shove your affidavits straight up your fucking ass.
And like Eddie said in the group chat, that's federal election tampering. And it's a felony.
Bro, I don't think they're gonna. I don't agree with Eddie. I mean, not that he's wrong. I don't think the Biden administration is gonna go there. I really don't think they want to make his administration about prosecuting Donald Trump.
They're not going to. No, they're not going to. And that's fine. I don't care.
But they are. If they haven't broken a law, they've come dangerously close into the gray area.
Oh, they definitely broke quite a few.
When it comes to sedition and election tampering and all these types of things.
The whole administration was involved heavily in voter suppression.
Well, but that's not even illegal.
Drew, yes, Drew. Yes, they are. They're gonna because Biden, he's gonna want to get in and he's gonna want to get to work and he's gonna wanna show the country he's working. He's not gonna fucking gripe on anything, Trump was saying in the end,
Well,
and like, go ahead.
let's face it, man. Like, playtime with Trump is over, bro. There's a lot of real shit that needs to be taken care of. So I like that Biden is rolling up his sleeves and getting to work.
Yeah,
That's what I want to see, because we need to get movement on some of these issues, bro. We got too much bullshit going on right now. We're toxic. America is toxic as fuck, yo. Like, we gotta
yeah.
do a self-examination. We got to get self-aware, and we got to start working on ourselves immediately. And hopefully, Joe Biden will help move that along.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, bro.
Hey, Drew, if you're still listening, man, can you post that link about Georgia? So Drew is my Democratic Illinois political homie, bro, and he pulled up a link. He sent it to me, but I don't know how to put it on here. Um, where to sign up to go knock doors in Georgia for the Democrats.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah, so I would like to share that on the show. So, hey, if you're in Georgia, do the work. But if you're not in Georgia, if you want to go to Georgia, we're going to get you the link. You can go knock on some doors. You can go take part in your democracy.
It's because you know a lot is writing on it. I mean, it's crazy the amount of people that don't fucking care.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
legit care.
man,
Like,
engagement is pretty high right now, bro. Pretty high.
like, oh yeah, like what they're like if it's not affecting us, it don't matter. Type shit.
Yeah, but I think people are starting to understand that things like these Senate runoff races do affect them. And it affects their
Exactly.
candidates' ability to get things done. And it affects, you know what, to be honest, bro, I don't think anybody's ever fallen for the Supreme Court okey doke ever again. Like, that
Yeah.
shit is fucking, that shit is blood feud. Like, dude, when everybody knows what the Senate means. They just watched Trump put in 3 fucking justices. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a lesson anybody's going to forget anytime soon.
And especially with the younger generation.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
I think there's a big awakening in the younger generation with this election, and I hope it rides out, and I think it will because Kamala's real young. You know, I mean,
she is, but you know what? I don't think they're really the ones that are rocking with Kamala. I do. They're here for like the BLM, for the social justice, which Kamala could be a part of. But I think they're the group of people that still see her as a prosecutor. I see her as
bro,
somebody that put people in jail for
I'm
fucking,
still
marijuana and things like that.
I'm still yeah, they look at it like that, but you also got to look at it like these people. She was doing her fucking job.
Right, but you're talking about the more extreme end of our party. Like that, the youth is a lot of it's on the pretty far left, so they're not really trying to hear that shit. There's the link. Thank you, Drew. If
Not
you
like,
want to knock doors in Georgia, hit that link,
um,
do what it tells you, and go get us the Senate.
Drew, send me that in a Facebook message because it's not letting me click it like a link in the thing.
You know, he sent it. Let me see if I can send it to you. I got it in my inbox. Maybe I can.
Yeah, forward it to me real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still very much writing on the fact that the um the younger women are really going gung ho into this now because look, you have Kamala who's the vice president, you got the squad who's fucking gonna continue to make waves. All of them have since they've been elected. And AOC won her shit fucking very our Revolution Georgia canvas. Is that it?
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Okay, there you go.
I'm still unsure about how the Democratic Party is going to shake out because I'm not sure I see ultimately Kamala and AOC, not necessarily them specifically, but their brand of politics coexisting. I think we're going to at some point going to have to duke it out for the future of this party, and I think it's going to be for who the Democratic nominee is in 2024. Because, like I've said before, I do believe Joe Biden's a one-term president. I think he will be by choice because he's old. I think he's coming in to stop the bleeding, right the ship. I see him as a bridge to ultimately where I want to go, but he's not an end destination. And I
I
kind of
think
see Kamala
I,
because maybe it's just because she's his VP, but I see her being a part of that. And that's more the old timer Democrats. AOC and the youth, they got the energy, but they're more progressive and it's dicier ideas. And we got to work on our branding more because defund the police fucking killed us in the election. but
yeah.
but I don't know. I think that's going to be the internal fight moving forward, bro, as to what kind of party we're going to be.
Yeah, so if you guys go to mobilize.us, you'll be able to find this. There'll be all types of shit for mobilizing to do all types of shit all over America. But you'll be able to find this one for to volunteer for Georgia's December January runoff elections, go door to door and kind of explain the situation and the importance of it. So, like I said, mobilize.us. If you can't spell fucking mobilize, and there's something wrong with you. But I'll spell it for you. It's mobilize.us.
Be an active participant in your democracy.
Yes.
You know, why sit back and hope when you can go and influence? Go do the work, just like I do, except from my basement high.
Oh, there you go. If anybody wants to make calls from home, that's doable too. There you
Hey,
go. Hey,
word to your mama.
you gotta love technology.
Action items.
Yes. All hands on deck. Yes. Steve, go ahead. Serious question. Go ahead. Ask away.
Yeah, now I'm like stuck in this moment of
I don't know how.
anticipation. How's
Yeah.
he coming? What's he got to say? What's he want to know about? We must know.
We must.
I hope it's not a paragraph. I hate
How can
reading.
you advocate for your own demise? What what demise are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't really feel like that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, at all.
I don't feel like I'm very close to demise at all.
I don't know. Exactly.
I'm not very interested in demise. It's certainly not one of my end goals.
That's yeah. That's pretty much what I hope everybody's outlook would be. But yeah, you have to clarify what exactly is going to lead to.
Yeah, what are we advocating for that's bringing demise about? I guess that's what I'm missing.
You understand simple
Is it
economics?
because
Okay, go ahead.
are you reading his question because it's not coming up on the screen?
Yeah, he asked if if we understand simple economics.
I believe I have a simple grasp of simple economics. Yes.
So what about the simple economics is going to lead to the demise?
This is
Yeah,
fun. We don't really have a lot of economic discussions on here. I'm kind of anxious to jump into this.
yeah.
I got things to say.
Now I am not a economist whatsoever. I am a political scientist. I do have an education.
You should wear a lab coat.
Yeah, not that kind of
Dr. Bill.
that was the ultimate plan that I was just going to stay in school and just get my PhD. So that's just longer and longer that I could put off paying back my student loans. Because as long as you're continuing education, you don't have to pay them. I was like, but what do I do after I get my PhD? I was like, wait, I got a whole other degree I can go up in.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for Steve,
I want to put up this picture. It's
I'm.
funny as fuck, and it's
What do
not
you
the picture
got?
you think of. It is, you know, Trump's lead counsel is Rudy Giuliani, who is he is not having a
Count
good year.
Chocula.
He's not having a good year.
No, he's not.
So He was so hot and bothered, he was literally sweating his hair dye out. I got to throw this little lighthearted humor in every now and again to break the monotony of.
Dude, he got up on that stage and said all that bullshit, and then afterwards they tried to distance themselves from the other lawyer. Like
I'm
she
not.
didn't say no more goofy ass shit than you did, Rudy.
I'm not being a smartass, just trying to lay a foundation. Can our economy sustain an influx of foreign unskilled workers that open border will certainly bring about? We've had open borders since our inception as a country,
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of our country already has that.
and
Um,
statistically,
but also though, just to be clear, who's advocating for open borders? I advocate for fixing the immigration system. It's
exactly.
I hate that the immigration has become so politicized that it's open borders or build a wall. Like, how about we fix the fucking system and just fund it adequately, get enough judges, get enough advocates, and make it work? That's a fallacy. Why is fixing a broken system a fallacy?
The the
I
uns
don't believe that.
the unskilled workers are doing jobs that skilled Americans think they're too good for.
Yeah,
So
I mean, bro, have you seen like landscapers?
they're also paying tax.
Like,
They're not eligible for any type of government assistance whatsoever. They can't get food stamps or nothing like that
yeah,
because Social Security number. Uh,
and statistically, immigrants, especially illegal immigrants, are far less likely to commit crimes. Far less likely than a citizen.
because they know how to, because they know that if they get in trouble, they're going to get deported.
Yeah, they want to chill and just live.
Is it possible to call so we could have a discussion? Is typing this typing shit says? Yeah, hold on one
You want to
second.
hit them with the line? Send them a Zoom link, bro, or whatever. We got it all, Steve. We're coming
Uh,
with the heat.
there's a couple ways, Steve. I could send you a link and you could come on here with audio and video, or I could send you a number and you could call in. So which one would you like to do? Let's see what Drew has to say. Dude, that's been going on since 1776. We rely on immigrant labor to not only keep American businesses running, they also rent property and buy services, which increases money velocity in their communities, which is true. I just spent 7 years living on the border,
That's facts.
and about an hour and a half east. Um, yeah, I'm about to give you the number. Give me 1 second. Let me set the phone up.
That
Uh,
don't call my phone, Steve, because my phone won't get you on air. But we have a phone for you. Let Rob give you the number.
so about an hour and a half east of where I lived in Imperial County is a town called a couple towns. You have El Centro and you have Calexico, and Calexico is a border city. It's the sister city to Mexicali, and the Imperial Valley is kind of deserty, but it's all built and designed to grow crops, all types of crops, mostly lettuce, but they can't hire anybody. Nobody shows up to the cattle call for jobs, and they pay pretty good. I mean, they start off like $16 an hour. Um, and in even though California is pretty expensive, it's not um it's not what you say. The cost of living in that particular county is not too high. So even though there's a lot of white people in the county, but none of them show up for the jobs. It's people actually coming over with work visas from Mexicali and Tijuana and shit like that that are driving an hour and a half every day to come to work and crossing the border.
There's a lot of work visas from other places too, man. We issue a lot. Like there's a lot of foreigners that come here to work
Steve,
already.
the phone number is 219-702-6028. That is 219-702-6028. I'll drop it in the comments. Like how it posts on every motherfucking thing.
Bro, fucking for some reason my iPad's on military time. I looked up. I'm like, man, it's 17:47 p.m. What the fuck?
Where am I at? Okay.
Oh shit!
How you doing,
What's
Steve?
up, dude?
How you
What's
doing?
up?
Oh,
What's
just
poppin'?
making a delivery out here.
You out
And
there?
I
You out
saw
there
you
working?
on. Yeah. Now I'm all happy you a little bit.
Hey, you're more than welcome. Let us
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
So the fallacy was that we've had open borders since our inception. That's a fallacy. We've always had borders that were drawn out and protected, which most countries in the world do. And I'm not talking about build a wall. I don't think building a wall is the answer. I mean, there's tunnels, planes, you know.
Yeah,
There's ways.
Yeah.
I just moved back. I lived just outside San Diego for the last 7 years.
Yeah, that's what you're saying with the border towns.
Yeah, and it's and I also lived in Niagara Falls, on the American side too. So I've lived on both borders, and it's not that there's not a lot. I mean, there's more shit getting thrown over the southern border than people coming through illegally, especially in cities like this. I mean, along the Rio Grande, it's more prevalent of people trying to cross illegally.
Yeah, the Canadians, you know, they're just they're not as violent as the Mexicans either. So you know, there's no much attention on that. They used to just send a little bit of weed across. You know, that was it.
Yeah, I have no trouble crossing either way, and I do not have a passport.
Okay.
Like I said, I went to school for political science and law school, so like I know I don't need a passport. So I know they're gonna give me trouble and talk shit, but in border cities like that, it don't really matter. The longest part of it is the line that you wait in to cross, and other than that, they just look at your birth certificate and your ID, and boom, there you go.
But they do have a border that they retain the option to turn you around if they so decide.
Hey, Steve, you know what?
For anything and including up to and including if something as little as a misdemeanor DUI,
yes,
they can turn you around at the Canadian border, correct?
Yes, going to Canada, they do check your shit.
I'm not allowed in Canada. They're not gonna let me in. I'll tell you that right now.
If going into Mexico,
I've been turned around at the border to Canada. So
yeah, going across the border into Canada, they check all your shit. And going across the border into Mexico, they don't give a fuck. Come on in, type shit.
Like, yeah, it's getting out and back in.
Yeah, I'll go to
why
Mexico.
are we protesting that we're not allowed to just walk into Canada? As for whatever reason, Rich, you're not allowed to walk into Canada. So why are you not? You know, why shouldn't that be?
Well, okay. You know what? I get what you're saying, Steve. And I think the thing is, I think the use of open borders is a poor term. No, we don't have open borders. Like, I mean, they're open-ish at points, depending on who you are, where you are. But you know, we have borders. Well, but we've always been a country that's been accepting of immigrants
until 2000 until September 11th. The Canadian border was basically open. Like, I lived in Niagara Falls in 2008 and 2009, and the first 6 months I was there, they didn't check shit going in or out either way. It was just you just had to wait in the line. Then after that certain date that they had set, that's when they started running everybody's shit.
Yeah, but they're keeping track of who's coming in and out, and after that certain amount of time hits, you better believe they're checking.
Because if I was Canada, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I gotta check your shit, because Americans ain't so nice either.
Motherfuckers don't even want us places, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, and to touch on the point of we've always been a country of immigrants. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I have no problem with legal immigration. But I lived in Cicero for about 8 years, and I can tell you firsthand that the immigrants coming from Mexico, Central America, and South America are not integrating into American society. They don't embrace the American way of life. They spend money only with their own. They're not spending it at our stores. They're spending it at bodegas in the neighborhood. They're not. They send all, and what they don't spend here, they send back to Mexico. That's not what immigration's. That's not what being a land of immigrants is about. I mean, you're supposed to embrace our culture.
No, but part of that comes with segregation too, which Chicago is one of the most segregated cities in the country.
Which I want to point out is has been under Democratic control since its inception. So that's definitely a Democrat thing.
It's also one of the states that get the least federal funding too.
Yeah, we actually give more money to the feds than we take. We're one of 11 states that do that. And we have had some Republican governors, and we have had some shitty Democratic leaders. I can't say we haven't. I mean, Chicago, and Steve, you've been here. Chicago's different. Like they've always ran their shit damn near like organized crime. It's an insider's game. Everybody's got their hands in each other's pockets, and now finally all them dudes are starting to get fucking indicted or die or retire. But Chicago had its own way of doing business for about 100 fucking years. So it's not the best example of what a democratic society could be in every case. We've got our own issues we need to flush out. But I'm not advocating for open borders. I'm advocating for a functional immigration system, a fair, functional immigration system, because then you wouldn't need as many people immigrating illegally if the system wasn't like super lengthy, super unaffordable, an enormous pain in the ass, like rigged against them. If under the Trump administration they fucking did everything they could to minimize it and kick people out. I just want to see a system that works the way it's intended. And I feel like diversity is a strength in this country. Our diversity makes us stronger, man. So I never liked the idea of cutting that off. And I never cared for Trump's gathering of basically the whites against everyone else. That's kind of what he did. Like he reached down into the white community, especially the blue collar ones, and made them scared of everyone. He came down the elevator talking about rapists and murderers and shit, like scaring people about these fucking caravans that were coming from Central America. And all that shit wasn't called for, man. I never cared for that attitude. I never cared for that language. I never thought that was us embracing our better selves. I thought it was just way too easy for us to slip into our lesser traits there.
I mean, some of the things that he was describing, I mean, have you paid attention to what's going on in Europe? Because when I follow politics closely, I like to watch, all over, because the stuff in Europe is usually, it foretells what's coming here and vice versa. You know what I mean? And there's areas in several countries where Germany, Angela Merkel, great Angela. Yeah. You can't even go in the neighborhoods. White women cannot walk in those neighborhoods.
They've got problems with Muslims some hardline Muslims out there. But you know what though? Muslims, anyone, when they come to America, it's usually to be an American. Maybe not in some of these Hispanic neighborhoods like you were talking, but usually when a Muslim comes here, it's to get away from Sharia law and shit like that. So, but I mean, they can't do that here, bro. You don't have Sharia law rights here. That's breaking the law. You're going to go to fucking jail. So I don't know, what Europe's doing about it, but I'm not as concerned about that here. Plus, they got the EU, bro, and they do have open borders. And that's kind of part of the problem is these motherfuckers just came flooding across the border. And I mean, we would never have that here. We just need something that's functional and fair. Something that doesn't kind of reek of fucking, I don't know, white preference, if not white supremacy. Why are we attacking all the brown immigrants? Why aren't we going after Scandinavians or Eastern Europeans, bro? Like, no one ever talks about them overstaying their work visas. It's no big deal. But the brown guy's a problem. It's never sat right with me.
How's Brexit working out these days?
Are they even out of it? I'm pretty sure they're still trying to vote on it because they know they're fucked either way.
Yes. They're damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Yeah, but I mean, the original point was that the side that you guys are advocating for, and I'm not a Republican by any means. I think they suck too. I think that they just suck a little bit less than the left. But the side that you guys are advocating for advocates for open borders. They say it, and the reason that they want to do that is because America is a superpower, and as a superpower, we don't have to listen to shit. We don't have to comply with nothing they're talking about. But how do you fix that? How do you fix that?
I feel like that said a lot more about us than it is by us. Yeah. I will say that some of these politicians in seats of power, they want to keep the immigration broken because it's such a great wedge issue to run on. But if you fix that issue isn't there for them to benefit politically from. And I disagree with that. And if you show me any Democrats that say, hey, we should have open borders, let everybody in, I'll disagree with them too in that case.
I mean, I'm fairly certain that Kamala, I can't say with 100% certainty, but I'm pretty sure that Kamala Harris has advocated for it. The left is now embracing socialism. It's not even trying to hide it anymore.
See, things like that make me think like you're listening to more conservatives talk about Democrats and you're listening to Democrats talk.
I don't watch either. I was watching both at some time. I even used to watch the Young Turks when I could stomach it.
They're pretty far left. But you know what?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I do advocate. My party. I could. This is from inside being a Dem, bro. I'm pretty progressive. I'm not all the way left, but I'm pretty fucking far. So, and I know that a lot of my party doesn't want to go in my direction. So when you say all Democrats are this and that, I know that's not true because Bernie Sanders just got smoked in the primary by Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Bernie's a coward. They hamstringed him. They stabbed him twice right in the back, and he, with a smile, embraced them, and and endorsed
he got his
them.
ass kicked the second time, dude.
That just showed straight cowardice. Like I'm glad that dude didn't get the endorsement because he's a coward. I mean, how can you let Hillary Clinton screw you and then you're going to endorse her? I mean, you could say
that's not how it went though. If the DNC hold on,
recording.
Let me correct this for you. So,
all right, okay.
What you're talking about are the super delegates, which are a lot of high-ranking Democrats. And even though Bernie had a lot of votes for him, he did, or from the caucuses, he didn't get the super delegates. They stuck with Hillary, and that's why he lost. But if there's something wrong with that, then 8 years prior, Hillary Clinton was the party leader again, and Barack Obama did flip the super delegates, and he did become the president. So you can't tell me that it's some grand conspiracy because I watched them just go the other way the time before. They just didn't. Bro, the Democratic Party did not want Bernie Sanders' policies, bro. That is the fact.
Bernie didn't get the nod. That's all it was. I mean, it's not a grand conspiracy. They just said, "Hey, we got more power than you. Sit the fuck down, old man." And that's, I mean, and Bernie's a fucking. Bernie ain't even a real socialist. I mean, hey, how are you going to talk about, reappropriation of wealth while you got fucking 4 houses driving around in a imported sports car? You can't. It's bullshit. Bernie's just smart. He knows the guy at the top for socialism is the guy who profits the most, which is why I don't understand, like, how that's my original question. How do you advocate for your own demise? Because that's what you're advocating for.
I don't see it that way, bro. There's a big corruption angle in some of these countries that have used socialism. And to be honest, there's a lot of socialism already in play. And I know you're smart enough to know that, bro. We use socialism when it benefits us, and then we poo-poo it when it fucking doesn't. Dude, we bailed out industries. I watched Trump get $12 billion to the farmers. When's the last time you paid a police bill or a fire department bill?
Not to mention,
it's taxed.
That $12 billion
all the time.
That $12
I hear you guys rag on Trump all the time. All right, so you ever stop and ask yourself, why does the left and the right hate Trump? Maybe it's because of some of that corruption that you guys are talking about, some of the bullshit you guys are talking about. He's not really with all that. I mean,
Donald Trump is the most corrupt person I've seen in office in my lifetime.
He wasn't a part of that traditional Washington corruption.
Exactly. He exploited loopholes that were put
his own level of corruption.
And he tried to, and he exposed those and said, yes, I use those and we should fix these. Which is more than you can get any fucking politician to say.
But he didn't fix them. He took advantage of them, and then he started tearing down our institutions. He got his own lapdog at the DOJ. He just pardoned his own national security advisor, bro. He's pardoning all his friends. That's not corruption. He gave himself a massive tax cut.
He tried to do everything that he had talked about. Unfortunately, you got a bunch of people that want to interfere in every. I mean, it was unprecedented the amount of resistance that he was met with.
Bro, Donald Trump was unprecedented.
Why is that? Because our fucking economy
he's a scumbag.
Was way better than under Barack Obama. Way better. He did way better. The black community.
Really? Look up some charts, bro. Look up some year-over-year charts, and you show me the Trump spike, because I've been begging people for 4 years to show it to me. What you're going to see is the GDP growing between 2 and 2.8% points from the time of the recession all the way to COVID. You couldn't tell who was president because Trump didn't do shit, but with knockbacks and regulations, bro. Barack Obama did plenty for the economy, just as much as Trump. Trump just fucking touts it.
Barack Obama, just like the videos they put up, with the kids. Barack Obama's so great, everyone wants to say he's the first black president. That shit doesn't mean nothing. Barack Obama didn't do nothing but give out some free fucking phones and fuck up the healthcare system. That's all he did.
He saved my life. He gave me healthcare.
Those phones were started by George Bush.
And the healthcare system is fucked up, but socializing it is not the way to go. That's why in Canada they have a 2-tier health system where if you have money, you pay for it because you're gonna fucking die waiting for it if you don't.
Bro, every industrialized nation but us has socialized healthcare.
Yeah, and all them nations take money from us every year, from our fucking coffers.
That's a whole different discussion.
You're referring to the Norwegian country.
Wait, so we're paying for their health care, but we can't pay for our own? That's what you're telling me?
We pay for their self-defense. We pay for their self-defense bills. The Scandinavian countries that have socialized medicine, we put that fucking bill. There's no the socialists don't understand. There's no such thing as fucking free. It doesn't exist.
Who's talking about free money?
You gotta fucking pay.
I'm talking about fucking cheaper, more efficiently ran system that's taking out of your taxes instead of your wages.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You guys like Alexandria Ocasio or what? What's your opinion on her?
I'm all right with her. What about her? Like as a person? Do I hate her as a person? I don't know what you're asking.
If you tax the top 1%, 100% of their earnings, okay, it would not even cover AOC's fucking green bill for fucking 2 years. Okay, it's just fucking asinine. And Rich, I know you're not a dumb guy, so I know you understand economics. I know you know money, which is why it just blows me that you see this and you're like, bro, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
No, it's the fear of moving out from a shitty capitalist system that's seeing fucking the wealth gap fucking blow up. We've created the world's first trillionaire, and meanwhile, regular motherfuckers can't get $15 an hour, bro. We're the wealthiest nation in the history of the world, and we can't even provide health care for our citizens. It's fucking bullshit. What do you mean, bro? That's nonsense. I just don't agree with that at all.
You want to know an awesome thing about America? Most people that are born into poverty, like real poverty, the lowest income bracket, right? They don't die there. They advance.
That's becoming less and less true every day.
I mean, yeah, because
less and less true. This ain't the 70s anymore, Steve. You can't just work hard and build a great life for yourself. It's almost impossible class mobility is disappearing entirely because the wealthy are hoarding everything, and they're letting us have crumbs. Trickle down economics, my dickhole. Point blank, period. You know what it is? It's greed. You have to legislate greed, Steve. You have to legislate greed. You do that through regulation, or they're going to take everything until there's nothing left, and that's a fact.
The regulation is all it's all the left. That's all.
Yes, and I'm for it. I can't wait to get more. I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for Joe Biden to regulate some shit. Save the world. Fucking make it fair for the everyday guy. What an asshole. We're all a bunch of dickbags because we care about other people.
You can't wait for Joe Biden to kill American jobs, is what you're essentially saying.
Kill American jobs. What, coal? Okay, stop it. He didn't bring any manufacturing back. Nobody's living off of manufacturing. You know who brought manufacturing back? Jeff Bezos. Not even manufacturing, warehousing.
Destroyed it.
Jeff Bezos, the left. Yeah, Republicans aren't fucking sending their jobs overseas. Republicans aren't sending any jobs overseas. That's right. They're the Patriots. They're building their plants in Texas. Yeah, right. That's a joke, Steve. That's a fucking fallacy. That's make-believe time. You're exiting reality.
And that's why Illinois and California have lost businesses in record fucking numbers, all jumping ship.
California is the 6th largest economy in the world, Steve. In the world.
California, you can't even
in the world. I know so many people doing well in California. You know who says they can't do well in California? People that have never lived there. I know people that are living there doing just fine.
Piles of human feces and needles laying on the ground, you can do extremely well in San Francisco.
That's not fucking, in some one slum.
The whole city's fucking Skid Row. Yeah, that's right.
Well, why do you live in Illinois then? What are you doing here?
I mean,
go to Idaho. Go to Wyoming.
Here. I was born here.
Okay.
I was born here and
so if you have such disdain for it, why are you here?
Well, I have hopes that one day maybe, people will wake up and see that the Democrats who claim to be, they claim everything that they claim to be the exact opposite of. They claim to be the not racist, yet Chicago's most racially segregated city in America. They claim to want free speech, yet they'll tell you what you can and can't say. They'll tell you they want jobs. They'll fucking put taxes and regulations that put businesses out of fucking business. Yeah, Democrats, keep voting it.
I saw plenty of businesses flourishing under Barack Obama.
Where are they flourishing?
Now with COVID, and by the way, it's a Republican president. We got a Republican president, Republican Senate. Not their fault, though. It's not their fault. They have nothing to do with it. They just took back 168 billion in COVID money. They let it expire. Not their fault. Not the Republicans' fault. They can do no wrong. It's all them dirty blue Democrats. Oh no, we're gonna regulate your coal industry. Damn yous. Damn, there goes my coal career.
Jeff Bezos, he's doing well off all this. Mom and pop shop shut down though. Jeff Bezos, Walmart, all the cronies doing good.
Okay, the Waltons are Republicans. They're Trump donors.
The fact that you can't see, no, they're not. They're George Soros, that fucking cocksucker.
They're not. Oh, here comes the boogeyman. It's Clinton and it's Soros. Oh, no.
Turn you down for a second because as soon as you start getting weird conspiracy shit.
Yeah, we might need to end this call.
Yeah.
That wasn't going anywhere positive.
Thanks for calling.
That's a shame to have to do that, but
okay,
he was heard. He made his point.
Now that we're funded by George Soros.
Can I get some George Soros funding? George Soros, hit my line, man. I need some money, man.
Yeah.
Everyone else is getting George Soros funding. Why can't I get some?
More businesses have closed this year during the pandemic than any one stretch in the history of America. And that was due to a Republican president's inactivity on something that
$168 billion they let expire instead of giving it out.
We were talking about that right before we went on. There was $168 billion
unused stimulus
that expired because it wasn't passed out. Even though there's been applications after application. Shit, I still have an active application.
You know what cracks me up about guys like Steve is that he says he's not a Democrat or a Republican, but he had nothing bad to say about Republicans at all. You notice that? He was defending Trump.
I'm for the people.
I'm for all the people, not some of the people, not a few of the people, not the wealthiest people. I'm for all the people. Whatever. If you don't agree with that, you don't got to agree with that. But that's how I feel.
Yes, I'm for the people. Like on our very first pilot, when me and Rich explained our political beliefs, and he just said earlier that he's a progressive. He's very progressive. I'm progressive. I'm also very progressive, but I'm also pro damn near everything. I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-guns. I'm fucking, like whatever. I'm pro-gay marriage. I'm pro do whatever the fuck you want. You're not bothering anybody else. But no matter what state you're in, you have an overreaching government, and it's been that way for a long time. And it's never gonna be any less. It's probably gonna get worse. It's not in our generation and generation further until the fucking way it is. But that's just how it is.
Just goes to show there's a lot of work still to do.
Yep. And while we're here, we could just
you know what though? He did have a point, even though he was extreme by saying it was my own demise. But a lot of my politics don't benefit me. To be honest, like, I'm a white male. Rob,
I'd be
you're
a
a white male
libertarian.
too. You know what,
Yeah.
Greg? I was just thinking the same thing. He might be a libertarian Democrat, but I'm a white male, bro. I'm gonna be straight. I'll be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying? But I got
but why
friends, bro. I got business partners and clients that are black and Hispanic, and I want them to have the same opportunity, the same fair shake that I got. I don't want to see these systems working against them. You know, like,
yeah, why I'm pro a lot of shit like pro guns and shit like that. I'm also pro fucking expanding background checks to do mental health shit, fucking
yeah.
shit like
Nobody
that.
gets on here and says take, you know, and that was a lot of things Steve said too. He gave a lot of those taglines, bro, which is like George Soros, take your guns. He didn't say take your guns, but it was like Green New Deal. And it's like scary stories Republicans tell around the
Wrong with
campfire.
any of that.
You know,
Like,
AOC, Bernie was fixed. Woo! Like, dude, calm down. So
like,
extra. Chill out.
I don't understand any of that shit. So weird. Like, how can you like be so against like
Socialism, Venezuela. You're gonna cancel Christmas like Castro. Evil Dems. Blah. I want to give you health care. I'm such a piece of shit for wanting you to have health care, Steve. I'm a terrible person. I'm a demise. I'm trying to fucking let you get a fucking monthly checkup that's affordable.
with y'all deserve? Shit.
You know, I mean, man, like we you know, he
Drew,
made some points,
I
but
think
like there's so many
maybe
places you can get wealth from. What?
you get a laugh out of that, Drew.
I just, you know, I could tell, like I said to him earlier, said you sounds like you listen to conservatives talk about Democrats more than you listen to Democrats talk.
I mean,
Because I hear all those, it's all that same language, bro, and
like,
and
wait,
nobody talks it.
I can't wait till fucking Biden gets in office. I hope there's a bunch of shit that I could talk shit about because, like, that's my part of this show is I'm the shit talker. You know, that's why I got cool things. Oh, like, happy Thanksgiving to all our watchers. You know, it's I want to have happy Thanksgiving to this guy too.
But yeah, dude, I mean, how many times have I got here and said that?
Turkey neck, Mitch McConnell.
How many times have I got here and said that if Biden fucks up, I'll roast him? I will roast him.
Wait,
I'm not like a Trump loyalist. I'm not sinking
you know,
with the Biden ship.
You know what sucks? It's almost time to retire. My favorite pitcher.
I mean, it kind of, yeah, it is time.
It's almost time to retire it.
That face.
I'm kind of gonna miss the Cheeto in chief because he's been good for a lot of comic fodder throughout the last 4 years.
Well, that was another thing too. Is like you guys are always shitting on Trump. Trump makes everything about Trump, bro. I would love to do a political show and not talk about Donald Trump. I would love that, but it's just impossible until he goes away. He makes everything about him. He can't help it. He's a narcissist.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And then he started with the QAnon shit, trying to call Trump a hero. He's coming to bust up the corruption, bro. You kidding me? That dude. Man.
And it got louder.
I mean, do I really need to recant? Do we really need to recant all his like corrupted acts?
And he got louder and louder. The way more and more he got into it.
He started getting real fiery.
Thanks for calling in, though.
Yeah, appreciate the call. Sorry, we had to hang up on you, but that just you made your point. we had to move on from that at some point.
Yeah,
they couldn't continue on.
Yeah, because Republicans got motherfuckers with money pumping shit in there, shit anyway too.
Only Democrats move jobs out of the country. Okay. Here the Waltons kicking for Soros. That's pretty funny.
All the jobs that Trump saved at all those plants that eventually closed and moved to another country anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Carrier moved.
He created less jobs than Obama. That's a fact. Donald Trump did not create as many jobs as Barack Obama.
He also had the biggest drop in GDP in history too.
He did, but then he had it almost gained it almost all back the third quarter. But we still got to see what happens the fourth quarter, and really, he still gets hung for the first quarter in 2021.
Well, it's don't and it's his fault because it was the inactivity on the pandemic shit.
Yeah, he
You know?
he could have won this election, bro, if he would have played COVID right. But the thing is, what it involved him caring about other people, and he just doesn't.
Yeah.
He just doesn't give a shit about other people.
I mean, you if you go look back at all the Democratic stimulus bills that went through the House before the Senate, the Senate was like, no. There was a little bit of pork in that shit, you know, but for the most part, it was fucking all the Republican shit had all types of crazy shit. Why in a pandemic stimulus package did we need fucking money for fucking 37 F-35s? What?
Yeah.
After
Well,
the fucking big Pentagon budget the week before that.
and in fairness, I mean, the Dems did throw some shit in there that wasn't exactly COVID related, but it was all shit that we needed. Whereas Republicans were just trying to flush money to their business allies and fucking and not really do shit. They wanted their COVID liability for businesses. They wanted to make it so if your employer made you come to work and you got COVID, you couldn't sue them.
Yeah,
that's decent as fuck.
Yes. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait if Grandpa Joe gets in office and I get to fucking talk shit about him too. I talk shit about everybody. It don't fucking matter. You fucking up, I'll talk about you.
Right. Bro, we've been on here for 2 months talking about this internal war that the Democrats are gonna have out. Like half these motherfuckers are probably gonna hate me when it's all said and done. You know, but I mean, I believe what I believe, and I believe there's a way forward. Steve, but you know what? I will say this: Steve's concerns are real. People are really terrified of socialism, but here's the thing: like, healthcare should get cheaper if it's done right. Will it take more of your tax money? Yes, but it will reduce your out-of-pocket cost, and your household will have a net gain. All right. Some of this other shit, the Green New Deal, I don't know what the fuck. There's so much shit in that thing. I think it's never just gonna get passed. No one's just gonna pass the Green New Deal. Some elements of it might pop out. We definitely need to get to green energy. You want some good paying jobs? There's some industries that need growing. But instead, we're hanging on to fucking oil and fracking and fucking coal and outdated shit. Like the 50s are coming back. And you know why? Because people are scared of fucking change. People like Steve are scared of fucking change. They would rather keep the same old broken system they're familiar with instead of trying something fucking new that might be better but might not work. But I'm not like that. I disagree. I want to try it. We can always come back and go back to this shit later. But how can you not try something that might be better if it's done right? Okay, some other countries made mistakes. Let's fucking learn from them. Why can't we do that? We're America. American exceptionalism. We do everything better, don't we? Isn't that fucking America? You know, with the fucking, you know?
That's what it's perceived to be.
You know, and then we use socialism whenever it's fucking practical. But when it comes to this other shit, all of a sudden it becomes a bad word. Fossil fuels are outdated, bro, and they're not going to last forever.
More countries are moving away from them.
Yeah. There's countries right now that are totally green. I think, oh God, who is it? Was it Switzerland or Norway? One of them is totally fucking green. And you know what? We don't need to even go totally green, but dude, we're so far behind. And you know, dude, yes, it'll cost them jobs, but you retrain those people in the new fields. So then, as an American citizen, you do what's best for your country. You don't be a lazy dick and say, I want to dig oil my whole life. Learn how to fucking work a fucking solar panel. And then you get 150 grand a year. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I know people in San Diego that sell solar panels and they fucking make 150, 175 grand a year.
You know, like we're so people say it's not practical, bro, but that's because we haven't put the time and resources into building these things up like other countries have. It could be practical for us. It could still be someday but we got to get there. It's not just going to become that, especially if you want to do the manufacturing on your own soil, which would be really fucking nice. Or do we just want to buy from all these other countries like we already do and just be the lazy fucking consumer?
Yes.
Okay.
Think about that, Greg.
So we do more.
LA. The great LA area is fucking 8 million, maybe 8 point some odd million people.
Yeah. So we got to do it on a bigger scale. We've got more people to do it.
There's plenty of desert land leading up to the mountains, and they could build solar farms. It's actually in California. It's a big industry. It's a very, very big industry. It's a good industry. There's a lot of jobs still. They're hiring all the fucking time.
Yeah. Dude, you can't stop progress. You can delay it. Trump's did about as good a job as anybody at pushing it off, but it's going to come. And either you get out in front of it or you become a dinosaur. You go the way of the dinosaurs. It's proven true. You look back through the history of Earth. The guys ahead of the game are the ones that come out on top. The ones that fall behind, maybe you become Kodak if you're lucky. And maybe you get the government to loan you $735 million. Or maybe you just go bankrupt and go out of business. You get ahead of this shit. You get out in front of it. You lean into the change. You don't resist it. I watched the music industry do it with streaming. When Napster dropped, what'd they do? They sued the shit out of them. And you know what happened? Nothing. They just lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Now they've got their arms around it. They've restructured the business. It's still not as profitable as it once was, but they're doing better than when they were losing 600 to 800 million a year as an industry. Like, you have to get out in front of change. Change is coming. I just believe that to my core in every aspect of life, in business, in politics, and social, personal. Change is coming. You lead into it, you get in front of it. That's how you win. That's how you stay the lead horse in the race.
Well, if only everybody would listen.
I mean, it's, like I said, our side's got really bad messaging issues, bro. And you heard a lot of that with Steve's call too. He was a victim of a lot of the anti-messaging that what we want to do eat. And we got to get better at that. We got to make it more palatable, more understandable, and less like a boogeyman. Like, we got to get away from that.
Baby steps, because that's the only way it's going to happen. Change occurs gradually over time, and
we got to start. Yeah, I mean, change is gradual, but sometimes it's sudden. You were talking about 9/11 earlier, bro. Sometimes it smacks you in the face. Sometimes it creeps up on you when you weren't even looking. But I just know it's, here you could talk, because I'm a businessman too. So let's talk about like the immediate. The live show business is shot right now. The live entertainment business is shot.
Yeah.
The service industry is shot. There's gonna, by the time it's all said and done, a lot of businesses are gonna fucking fall apart. A lot of businesses ain't coming back. It's gonna be a fucking shame. But out of that, a new industry is gonna emerge. There's gonna be a new group of players with money and resources ready to strike when the time is right. And something new will come. There will be a life after this. It'll be different, but there will be. And the people that are ahead of that, the people that are thinking like that right now, waiting to pounce on those opportunities, they're going to be the ones that come out ahead. Just like after Hurricane Katrina, you could buy fucking acres of the French Quarter for pennies on the dollar. Dude, you'd be making millions off that shit now. 10 years ago. Mardi Gras was back like the year after Katrina. They were already banking. Like, there's opportunity in all of this. It takes a forward-thinking person to be able to spot it and jump on it. And that's what this country needs more of. Forward-thinking, progressive attitudes, looking ahead, not clinging on to what was. Don't fight it, lean into it. To the day I die, bro, that's how I live my life. And I believe in it with all this shit. I believe it's the underlying current that drives all my politics, all my business sense. That's my foundation.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I'm wrong, so be it. But I mean, I've seen examples of it my whole life. You want to fucking talk shit about fucking Michael Flynn a little bit?
You're a fucking idiot.
Dude, the fucking DOJ tried to rescind their deal, like the judge wouldn't let him. He was like, "What is this fucking retarded shit you're doing?" This dude admitted to the shit. We cut him a deal. Now you want to fucking drop the whole thing? Acting like Trump ain't corrupt, bro. He's Swamp Thing. It's unreal.
It's like a weird fucking America's just a living soap opera. It's a living, breathing soap opera with a wide cast of characters.
We are living in Trumplandia, bro. Luckily, it looks like we're on the final season.
And every 2 years, we get a whole new cast of characters, and then those who once were main characters get pushed back to supporting roles if they're lucky, and we go on to the next season of America.
As long as there's going to be a next season.
This season of America is really fucking fucked.
There has been, dude. So I was listening to. I think we talked a little bit about this off air. There's been some polls coming out, and polls. I get it. All right, let me air quotes polls.
Oh, jeez.
But like a lot of most Trump supporters don't seem to be believing that Biden's the actual president. Like they really think the election was rigged, even though there's just no evidence. They're getting laughed out of court. They're like they've had like 40 cases almost, bro, and like 2 have won, and they've been so minor that it's made no difference.
Like where are these? What the fuck, man? Fuck. Oh, like where are these people? Like, at what point in their mind are they just like, no? Like it's so weird.
Like I said, man, I've been listening to people try to break down the psychology of the Trump supporter.
Where are these surveys coming from?
Well, I mean, it's coming from these. Like I've told you, it all starts with the news sources. You got Rudy out here.
Are we still talking about polling? No.
I mean, as little as possible, Greg. It's still the best benchmark going.
Weird,
but I mean, you saw the air quotes. I air quoted polls. Where the fuck are my hands at here? Air quotes polls. Yeah. I'm not happy with the pollsters either, bro. They've been dropping the ball. They were right a little bit, but they were wrong a lot.
I'm over that shit.
Hey, hopefully they were wrong in this case too, and hopefully 75% of Trump supporters don't believe the election was rigged. I hope that's not true. I want them to be wrong because that's crazy. Like, there's just no evidence for any of it, man.
They're not smart people, man.
You got Rudy out here talking about George Soros and fucking Hugo Chavez. Dripping hair dye down his face. Quoting my cousin Vinny. Like, what is going on? What is going on? This can't be the state of our politics.
That's so crazy. Like, why? Is he using like the spray fucking like hair coloring? Like every morning he just fucking sprays his hair?
I have no idea, man.
Like that don't even make any sense.
Maybe he didn't let it dry. Maybe it was raining outside and it just got wet before it could like lock in. I have no idea.
That's so crazy. Man.
And then they had the press conference there, the hearing today. Hold on, more air quotes. Hearing at a hotel that didn't even happen. Trump didn't show up to his own hearing about voter fraud. Yeah. He ditched Rudy.
He called. Yeah. I wonder if it was like a real call or like a Zoom call or some shit.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I just want to get back to some regular order. You know, I hate Mitch McConnell's guts, but at least I can respect him. Donald Trump is just something else, man. Him and his cronies. At least they're sort of starting to fold it in. Like they're with letting the GSA go and the transition start and that sort of thing.
The transition
Because there is a point where that gets a little dangerous when you're talking about national security, and then HHS was stiffing the Biden medical team. Like that's info they need to be sharing, bro. Like we did it, we got to handle this shit come January.
Weird shit. Like I just said, America is like a soap opera, and this season's fucking weird and sucks.
It has.
I go to the next. That's why I like get up and walk away from it. Can I just like change the channel?
If you could compare this America to a show, what show would it be?
The Walking Dead. Because everybody's like a fucking double zombie. No, I don't know what I compare it to.
Real Housewives of Trumplandia.
Oh fuck. The Real World.
The mad real world.
Yeah, America's one big reality show. Especially because people like us could just do fucking a show whenever we want to.
Seinfeld. I didn't like Seinfeld. Damn. For me, I like America.
I like Seinfeld.
I was more of a Married with Children fan.
Oh yeah, I watch both. But yeah, let's save all the cabinet shit for next week.
You want to call an early one?
Yeah, we're at an hour and 21 minutes.
Yeah, maybe we'll actually have something to talk about next week. This wasn't bad for a freestyle show.
Oh, we got yelled at by Steve. Hey, you know what? Yeah. It's cartoonish enough for The Simpsons.
I mean, most of this was foretold in The Simpsons.
Yeah. I take you for a Friends fan, Rich.
No, Married with Children was one of my favorite shows. Like if we're talking about like the sitcom, not really Seinfeld, not really Friends. Married.
Well, yeah. But we'll be back next week at 5:00. And then
Central.
the week after that, Rich will be maybe in studio and I'll be remote from Miami.
The fuck? You just got back from Vegas.
Man, we got Miami round trip tickets for $68 for both of us. We're gonna go shoot some videos.
All right.
And like an oceanfront room, like 50 feet from the beach for like $368.
I'm going to Orlando the end of March. It's my next vacation.
I'm gonna go back to Vegas in January, then late February, early March. I want to go to St. Thomas.
Dude, did you see the fucking governor of Nevada? It was like they just said they're taking like a 3-week time out.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm glad I went.
He was like, so many people are dying. Like he was fucking tweaking, bro. He's like, we just gotta chill for a few weeks. Like holy shit.
We gotta chill for a few weeks, man. But we have later this week on Villain Radio Network. It'll be on Friday night. We'll be doing Friday Night Live with Kyle Rev Miller.
Bro, can you expand that picture?
No, I
you?
can't.
I want to see that picture of you a little larger.
No, I can't. It's me in a suit.
I'm kind of grasping that.
Yeah, that picture was taken.
It's weird to even see you without a hat on.
I was actually in Mexico at one of my niece's quince, and we were out there. Fucking Rev made the flyer and just pulled whatever. But me, Indy, and Syndrome are hosting it. It is on at 8:00 on Facebook. It'll be streamed live from robvillain.com, also the Villain Radio Network YouTube. But he's been in the business for 20 years. All types of cool shit, award-winning motherfucker, all-around asshole. Plus this asshole, and he put another picture of me. He's whatever. But we're going to expand on our Friday Night Live series. Last week we did Outfit. It was pretty good, so head up to the YouTube page and you can rewatch that. Like I said, this Friday we got Rev, 8:00 Central, live on Facebook and robvillain.com, and also to YouTube. Go to YouTube right now. Go to YouTube and search Villain Radio Network and go ahead and subscribe so we can get that 100 subscribers so I can get a fucking custom URL so I can. It'll be like, if I get to your YouTube, I don't know, go search it. What the fuck?
Hey, your background is popping, by the way.
Thank you. It's usually yours, but you're not here. Usually the one I have to do.
I got my boxed up Star Wars collection behind me.
Yeah, but and then the Friday after that on December 4th, it'll be Friday Night Live with me and my big brother D Edge. It'll be it's a highly anticipated interview. We'll be talking all types of shit. Um and speaking of shit that we'll be talking about, we'll probably get into some of our Freddie Gibbs shit. Congratulations, Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist on their Grammy nomination for Album of the Year for Alfredo. A lot of good shit coming. A lot of
What you think
music.
about Patrick Williams?
Oh my god! You know what? I was like, who? And then me and Il Brown were me and Il were messaging, and he sent a screenshot from a message that our friend who plays overseas sent. Said he's heard of him. I think he said he played with him in Charlotte, and he was like he's not a number 4 pick. But I've seen video of him pre-draft playing with some people, and he was holding his own.
Yeah, I don't know when that dude would have played with him because he was a one and done in college. So what was he talking to? He was like 16, 17,
Well, yeah.
18 years old.
Well, it's like he lives in Charlotte. His home base is Charlotte, I believe. So when he's home, he's working out in Charlotte and shit like that.
So maybe he was just hooping with him recently. I mean, I heard nothing but good things about him. He seems like a bit of a raw prospect, but in a draft like this, I don't know what else you're supposed to do. Like there was a couple guys I kind of liked, but I mean, you didn't really get a chance to scout these guys.
There was that dude that
it was kind of a weak draft.
Yeah, because there was no season for us to see. There was no tournament or nothing. Nobody got no
right. Like I like Wiseman, but he played 3 games in college, bro. What am I supposed to take from that?
Exactly. So
you know,
it's whatever. We didn't get no free agents. No cool shit happened. I mean, they're probably trying to get rid of Otto Porter Jr.'s contract because it's like $23 million and he opted into, so we're fucked.
Yeah, I'm fine with dumping his ass if we can.
I mean, they were talking about trading for Kemba Walker. I don't know who the fuck it was going to be for, but probably Levine or some shit. I don't want Zach to go because he's at least 26 points a night.
I like Zach. I've always thought real highly of Zach, even when like other fans gave him a hard time. But I really like Kemba Walker, bro. That's my dog. He's a fucking hooper.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to give you 26 points a night.
He can give you 20 something. But what do? Move Kobe to shooting guard, I guess?
Yeah, see, that's
because Kemba's point. He's got to be point.
Yeah, that's why I don't like. If you're gonna trade him, you can't get rid of Zach because we got all types of point guards, bro. We got.
Or do you put a package together around like Laurie and Kobe, and then keep Zach?
I'd rather keep Laurie. I'd rather get rid of.
You could throw in Wendell too. You could give them a nice little basket of young players, bro. I would like. You really could.
I would like to get rid of Wendell and Porter Jr. and. I mean, it is. I mean, that's who I'd like to get rid of.
The only way Porter's getting traded is to match a contract. Like you got to match the money in the NBA. I don't think anybody wants his ass.
I'll take a contract. Let's trade for Russell Westbrook.
No, come on.
I'll take him.
No way. No.
Why not?
You don't win, bro. You don't win.
They win. They just don't win in the playoffs. I'd rather get to the playoffs.
Nah, I'm just not with it with him, bro. Yeah, I fuck with him, but like,
it all depends how long his contract is.
Bro, guys do better when they leave him.
If he got a year left, just like Porter,
bro, his contract is like $50 million a year for the next 3 years. It's like 150 over 3 years. It's wild.
John Wall wants out too, but
for him to shoot 39%. You know, like
my taste.
Yeah, no, I'm not fucking with John Wall.
Yeah,
I haven't even seen him on a court in 2 years.
We'll see what happens. So it is.
I like our players. We just got to get someone that can develop. And Jim Boylan was making him worse, I think.
Yeah, you can say that.
You know, now that we got a real coach in there that can really develop guys, we'll see who's made of what.
Yeah, coach brought in a good coaching staff, and I mean it's a whole new front office, and they're willing to do what it takes to win. Reinsdorf proved that he's willing to spend the money because he fucking got rid of everybody. And he
They
still
spent a few million. Yeah.
Well, he got to still pay Boylan. So anybody
Yeah,
that
he had like 1.3 million next year. Shut, he can suck my dick with that little money. Your ass got the third highest attendance in the NBA for the last 25 years. Bro, someone was telling me that their TV deal reaches like into Missouri and Kentucky, like because there's no other pro teams and from the Jordan era. Like they get so much TV money. Bro, they're fucking paid.
Yeah.
So when they act like cheap asses, it fucking kills me.
Next week, 5 o'clock, me, Rich, probably Eddie if he was able to fix Europe.
Maybe Angry Steve makes a second appearance. You never know.
Yeah, that's a good name, Angry Steve. You should call him
Angry Steve
or some shit. You
Angry
could be
Steve, the not Republican.
Happy Thanksgiving, Joe. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe, eat turkey.
Yes. Go to the YouTube shit. Hold on. Let me show you motherfuckers some shit. Hold on. Go to YouTube real quick.
Motherfucker, wear a mask and love your loved ones socially distanced.
Look, check it out, guys. I'm gonna put you through step-by-step process of this shit right now. So you guys could go and you could like and subscribe. And you hit the little bell button so you get notified when we go live. So we'll go to YouTube. I'll share the page with you lovely people watching us. All right, so check it out. You go to YouTube. Go to the little search bar right there. See the little search bar? You know where it is? Says search. There you go. I want all one word. I want you guys to do all one word. Villain Radio Network. And hit enter and you search that shit. And boom, you see Villain Radio Network. Boom, you click that. And then you'll go and it'll say subscribe. It don't say that on mine because I'm logged in. So there you go. That's how you do it. So you guys should go do that because that'd be dope. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in and all that good stuff, Thanks, Rich, for doing the show.
Could have been anywhere in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Hey, Joe. Yeah, you're gonna have to rewatch because Angry Steve called and yelled.
Is that Joe Schmo?
Yeah.
I'm not getting comments on my screen, so I'm only hearing you. There you go. Happy Thanksgiving, Schmo. Yeah, you're gonna have to rewatch it. Listen to Angry Steve. He had a lot to get off his chest about the Democrats.
He's not a Republican.
He felt very strongly about not being a Democrat, though.
Yeah, very strong.
He's not a Republican, but he's definitely not a fucking Democrat.
Yep. Well, we'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. I gotta go hit the kid. Baker's man. Rich, I'll holler at you later. Be safe.
Bushes.